Hello friends, this is Kevin, aka K-Man1, coming at you with another episode of Okami. In the last episode, Queen Himiko sacrificed her life to determine the location of Oni Island, and in this episode, we're going to finally make our way towards there and defeat the Dark Lord. So, for the purpose of this particular story point, you are actually on a time limit, and if you do not get to your destination by sundown, then you will essentially be teleported back to Queen Himiko's palace and be forced to make the run all over again. Forgive me if you can hear sirens in the background, but apparently something's going horribly wrong. Anyways, here we are at Watcher's Cape. Why, Amaterasu. Hiya, babe. How'd you ever find this place? I sense Queen Himiko's fathomless regret upon her last breath made its way to the distant halls of the Dragon Palace. Behold, the sun. Even now it sinks down beyond the sea. Once it is gone, so too shall Oni Island disappear. No one knows where it will appear next, and no art known to mortals can divine its location. That may be true, but listen, it really doesn't matter, because we can't break the barrier. I mean, the water dragon was our only hope, and it's dead now. The water dragon is not dead in the true sense of the word. I can harness its power with a sincere prayer to the dragon orb. Behold, Amaterasu, I, Otohime of the Dragonians, shall transform into a dragon and break through the wall that divides. May I serve you as a divine bridge to the heavens. So yes, as it turns out, the water dragon isn't so much a guardian deity as it is a transformation for the rulers of the Dragonians. And Otohime is no different. Now, Amaterasu, you must cross while life yet courses through these veins. Okay, hang in there, babe. We'll be back in a jiffy. Sorry, Furball. Looks like millet dumplings aren't in your stars. You'll have to settle for kicking some monster butt on Oni Island. And head towards Oni Island we shall. We're kind of past the point of no return as far as these story events are concerned, so sorry for not warning about it sooner. But yeah, we're going to Oni Island, which is not nearly as fun as the island that it sounds like. Listen up, Ami. Himiko's probably watching over us, so promise me you won't give up for some stupid reason like you're hungry or have to go to the bathroom. Are you ready? Of course. Okay then. I'll hold you to your word. Also, that clip suggests that we're pretty much not going to be able to, like, pause or save or anything during our time in Oni Island, but that's just not true. We are going to have, well, we're going to be spending quite a while here, to say the least. Anyways, as we can see, there's a bit of a lava geyser. Whoa, that looks nasty. Normally we'd be crispy critters if we touched that stuff, but it shouldn't be any different from water for you now, Ami. Come on, how about some of that water magic of yours? Yes, we are able to control this lava and make it into a water spout. Okay, that was supposed to work. Do you want to actually do the thing? Yes, thank you. And so we were able to ride this like a water spout to the top of the Oni Island Temple. There's a golden gate there, but it's not necessary because there are actual save mirrors coming up pretty soon. Don't believe me? Just watch. Anyways, here we are in Oni Island. Quite a foreboding place, but nothing we can't handle. Anyways, here on the lava lake, I haven't shown it, but if you try to draw a lily pad on lava, then... Well, first of all, it seems to be setting automatically to Inferno, but if you do manage to draw a lily pad somehow, then it's just not going to work. So you're pretty much trapped down here. In order to progress through the area, you need to find a similar spout to the ones we found before, and use water spout in order to make your dreams come true. Also, there are a lot of collectibles scattered throughout the area. Well, not collectibles. There are no required collectibles for 100%, no sun fragments, no stray beads or anything, but there are a lot of treasures scattered about. So if you are interested in collecting those, then this is a pretty good place to do it. You don't necessarily need to, just because you're going to be getting a lot of money from fights here as well, but it's just something to keep in mind. There's an iron rock over there that we can go ahead and cut down, and will it have? It'll probably have something underneath it. What am I saying? What'll it have? I can't. It's just nothing. There was nothing there, and I also accidentally knocked those down. Anything under that rock? Nope. Well, let's try to head inside. But alas, we will be stopped by some vile ruffians. And by vile ruffians, I mean a red ogre and a blue ogre. How do you propose we fight these? Well, as you can see, they have giant, like, walls for their faces. They're just generally not friendly, so what you're going to want to do is wait for them to charge and then attack them from behind. Also, they will attack with like, this blue demon fire type stuff, but you can't attack them head on, so you need to attack them from the rear, and I was not paying attention and got hit. They're kind of tough to battle two at a time, just because if you hit one in the front, then your attack will just be completely canceled. So you've gotta watch out for that, but they're not overly difficult, except for the fact that they seem to jump around like non-stop. Can't really go for one because reasons. And if y'all could stop teaming up on me and make this fight easier, that'd be most appreciated. Also, you might be able to cut off their... No, you can't cut off their masks. I thought you might have been able to, just using Power Slash, but it seems that is not the case. And I'm going to be doing terribly on this fight, but the camera is also being difficult with me. But we finally managed to get one stunned, and so we can really just take it down as much as possible. So down goes the first, and we do not have access to their floral finisher yet. I know that for 100% fact, so no need to worry there. Well, need to worry because, you know, not being able to floral finish stuff is never fun, but, you know. And we got this one stunned as well, so we're able to not only deal a lot of damage, but also rack up some godhood. And I did a terrible run of that fight, but they're really not as bad as I made them seem, I promise. Oh, wow. I actually did well on time. Cool. I was expecting to just deal abysmally with both. Like I said, I'm not going to go out of my way, well, I don't know if I actually said it, but like I thought, I'm not going to go out of my way to gather every collectible, specifically on the Fire Lake, but I am going to go up to the sides here really quick, just because there are a couple treasure chests up here that you can go ahead and grab relatively easily, and it is not in that direction, it is in this direction. But as there are no collectibles here, and that might have suggested, you will not be able to return to Oni Island after you complete the story events of the area. So if you do want all the treasures, then now is your last chance to get them. Keep that in mind. Again, not a personal concern for me because I tend to be doing very well on money overall, except for that one awkward point where I had to grind a little bit, but we can ignore that. Anyways, enough beating around the bush. It is time to actually head towards entering the temple. And what is in here for us? Well, lots of demons, but that's to be expected, because, you know, Oni means demon. You know. Oni Island. You'd have to have a pretty warped mind to build a castle here. I bet those 2-bit monsters think they're big shots living here. Let's teach them a lesson by fighting our way to the top and dragging that fox-headed wench down by the scruff of her neck. Yeah, that's the spirit, soon. There is, in fact, a demon and imp merchant here, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't have anything new, but I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to sell my stuff. As I suspected, he does not have anything new, so you don't need to worry about that. There's a lock there, There's a bunch of crazy stuff that we can't even try to deal with right here. And over here, we can't do anything in that direction, but we can do stuff in this direction. And it is time for a battle with... Actually, no, not a new enemy, just a couple poltergeists. Fortunately, both of them are weak to wind right now. And so we are able to disable them both fairly easily. Okay, ow. Did not mean to do that. Well, of course I didn't mean to take damage. Come on, let me take down this one. Okay, these enemies are not difficult, but it's just if you're attacking one, then the other is just able to come at you for free, and it's very annoying. Oh my goodness. I'm doing terribly at fights right now, and it's not because I'm bad, because I've handled these before, and you've seen me fight this enemy, and it was super easy for me. It's just that I can't handle two at once, apparently. Alright, but anyways, Gale Storming it, grab 5 more Demon Fangs, and that fight was frustrating. Anyways, there's an exercising arrow here, so we are able to progress back in that first direction. So let's go ahead and do that. So this gets unlocked, and the path is open. Also, if it seems like I'm showing more fights in this area, it's just because there are so many required fights, and I don't want to like completely skip them because they are, you know, story required, so it's best that I show the best way to go about doing them. That's just my personal philosophy. Anyways, let's talk to this guy. Tobi. Excuse me, good sir. Might I ask what you're doing here? Huh? Did that scrap of paper just say something? A scrap of paper? Do not dishonor me with such an unflattering name. My name is Tobi. Evil being Tobi. Yeah, whatever. So what do you want, Motormouth? I serve as a gatekeeper of Oni Island. My job is to keep suspicious people out. I've never seen you around here before, good sir. Who are you, and what business do you have here? You talking to my fine furry friend? Well, this here is Full Throttle Ami. We gotta get up to the top of this castle ASAP. Sorry, no time to shoot the breeze with you. I'm afraid I cannot allow that. Did you not hear me? I'm a gatekeeper of Oni Island. But let us dispense with the formalities. So, good sir, you are known as Full Throttle Ami, are you? Well, I fancy myself a fine racer too, you know. How about we challenge each other to a race? Just a race to see who can reach that exit gate over there first. That sign there explains how to race against me. But as you said, let us stop shooting the breeze. From now on, let our race do the talking. Yes, we're going to need to race against him, and all we do is the clock will start as soon as we step on this button underneath Tobi. So, let's go ahead and plunge into it. And for beating him, he will drop a bunch of money, so pretty lucrative story event if I do say so myself. Over here, it's time for yet another race. Not bad, good sir, but that was a mere warm-up for me. Now you shall see what I really can do. Now I ask you, good sir, can you bear being skewered alive? Stumble and you will fall headfirst into a sea of needles. Well, can you bear such a thing? What are you talking about? I mean, who possibly could? Well, whatever happens, please do not give up. It is so exciting to finally have a worthy opponent after so long. So yes, Tobi is going to be a very big mechanic of this area, and you might think, hey, Kevin. And you might think, hey Kevin, you have the ability to slow down time. Won't that make this race so much easier? And you might think, Kevin, you have the ability to slow down time. Won't that make this race so much easier? Well, no. Tobi is not affected by Veil of Mist. And I swear I'm not actually bad at this. And I swear I am not actually bad at this race. But it's a jerk, and it'll actually change its layout if you do badly enough. Because apparently they don't realize that I'm only playing badly because I'm trying to live commentate, not because I'm actually bad at the game. You'll also get less money for the more tries it takes you to complete it, so that is another incentive to do well. That is quite possibly the worst run of that race I have ever seen in my life, and if this keeps up, then this is just not gonna go well for me. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep on moving along. Tabigami area here, so we are able to catwalk right on up and move along in this direction. I'm actually very low on solar energy, which is unfortunate because I lost it in the stupidest possible way. You seem a bit winded, good sir. Screw you! Do not risk your life by overdoing it, hee. The terraced passage ahead is not all that dangerous, shall we? Yeah, we shall. Because I ain't no pansy. Alright, gotta race past Tobi. We are beating Tobi first try this time. Yeah, that's what I thought. Screw you. I must warn you now, good sir. The true horror of the Labyrinth of Torment starts here. Perhaps it would be best if we turn back now. Getting cold feet, aren't you, Scrap? Now stop blabbing and let's get on with it. I was hoping you'd say that, good sir. The passage of Saws lies ahead. This is where I get serious. Alright. So, in case it isn't obvious, your main goal is dodge the Saws. And if you do that, then this race should be pretty easy for you. Unlike the second one was for me. And there's nothing else blocking you in this hallway, so we're able to run straight past. There's a lot of stuff you can break here if you're running low on health, which is something to keep in mind. Unfortunately, none of it is dropping health pickups. Well, I got one health pickup for half a solar energy. So, you know, whatever. So, let's go into the next part. What a fine race you run, good sir. Full Throttle Ami is a fitting name indeed. But I cannot bear to lose again. It is a matter of personal honor. Well, shall we? The passage of demonic wheels awaits. Alright, let's do it. And, as before, the main thing is avoid the damaging hazards. It is possible to win, even getting hit multiple times, but unfortunately, it doesn't seem that that'll be the case this time. Screw you, game. You are being intentionally rude to me right now. I'm gonna have to use a Holy Bone, aren't I? Yep. I'm gonna have to use a Holy Bone. You know, I'm gonna use my small ones just because I know I'm never going to use them, but this is rustling my jimmies right now. Alright. Easy there. And that's a jerk because it's a sharp corner. I'm not gonna let that get me flustered. I'm stronger than this. I am better than you, game. You will not have defeated me again. No! Screw you, game. I'm going back to Minecraft. Okay, that took me one more try off screen. And contrary to what it might be seeming, these races really aren't hard. I'm just playing abysmally for no good reason. And it's just, you know, really upsetting to me. Anyways, next room. I'm absolutely astonished. I never thought you could keep up with me. Aw, get over it, Scrap. You're just not as good as you think you are. Very well, let us try something a bit different this time. No disrespect intended, good sir. But do you think you can beat me in the Chamber of Delay? So, this next room is going to be... You think you can get through, but there's the fight for you. Tobi will move very, very slowly through this room, but you really don't have hardly any time to waste. You can't even really go for floral finishers if you expect to make it through. So, it's best to just go ahead and keep wailing on them to get through as fast as humanly possible. This is quite possibly the easiest for me, even though it's artificially delaying me. Just let me through, game. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, the fact that they make you wait for the results screen to end is kind of a jerk, but you can't completely blame them because that really is one of the easier rooms, especially if you're using a rosary. Anyways, it's time to take a little break from the races and be in a room full of laser beams. And we've got a full restore point, which is very, very useful since they're not giving us a proper save mirror. And if we jump up high enough, then over here there are going to be some platforms for us, but there's nothing really we can do with these for right now. Anyways, in case it weren't obvious, you're going to want to avoid these lasers. And... whew, apparently, being able to play well isn't in my repertoire right now. So I am going to take this nice and slow to ensure that silly stuff doesn't keep happening to me. Got a golden peach right there. I haven't addressed it yet, but I haven't really been upgrading my astral pouch just because I haven't had to use it yet. The moment I use my astral pouch, you best believe I will upgrade it, But until that happens, it's gonna be the neglected power-up. Also, for what it's worth, you can power slash these guys to make life a little bit easier for you, but I don't feel it's overly necessary personally, because it's not the lasers that are screwing me over, it's my own bad play. Alright, jump on over, and not quite at the end. Can I play game, please? Okay. Got through there, got through there, and what? Okay, taking damage. Okay, we're fine. It's fine. Alright, sequence breaking, cool. And anything else over here? Seems not. And I'm gonna have to use this golden gate, aren't I? Okay, this could get awkward. I really hope the recording doesn't fail. But it's time for a battle. And what's this battle going to be with? It's going to be with this guy. And I didn't show it before because we didn't have a ready source of water, but if you draw water to his pipe, then he will not have any of it, and he'll go into a secondary battle mode. It's really best to not do this whenever possible, because he is much harder to fight in that form, so I personally find it's in your best interest to just whack him in this mode. And I accidentally hit him again, but I want to say that Deluge is his floral finisher. Well, not Deluge, Water Spout. Well, actually, specifically a power we don't have yet. I'll possibly edit the audio to avoid spoiling stuff. Looking at the recording time, I'm going to be cutting a little bit out, so I think we're good to keep going for just a tiny bit longer. Actually, since there's a save mirror here, I think this is as good a spot as any to go ahead and say, in this episode, we came here to Oni Island, we raced Tobi a handful of times to my eternal shame, and we've gotten quite a bit of progress here. So in the next episode, we're going to continue storming through Oni Island, hopefully with much less failure. See you guys then.